All right. So before we even begin, right, I gotta address something. Y'all not gonna shame me for my drink. You may not know, Gene, but I already got pushback saying that everybody getting on my case talking about I'm drinking milk. This is not.
But what is it though?
It's not milk. This is
cool. We got that part. What is it?
This is Jamaican rum cream, coconut flavored. Okay, I'm not shying away from my drink, huh?
Coconut rum, handmade.
Well, I don't know who made it, but it does taste good. So for all the viewers out there, this is not milk.
That shit is virgin eggnog.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yo,
this shit ain't got no nog in it.
I see what kind of show it's gonna be.
You already know, boy. You already know.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Lyonz Den, man. My name is Damian Johnson.
I'm Devin Lee.
I'm Keno Bino.
And we got a special guest in the building. We got Mr. Eugene Hardin.
How the fuck? Why can't I say my own name?
Oh, my fault. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Niggas went around like the Brady Bunch and just straight up skip.
Let's start over. My name is Damian Johnson.
Devin Lee.
Keno Bino.
I'm Gene Hardin.
Man, really? Who you trying to seduce?
You ain't gonna
that's how I talk. This is for the listeners. This ain't for y'all at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm just making sure because
yeah,
the voice got
real
seductive just a while ago.
Hey, yo, son, I am the LL Cool J of comedy.
Got you. So you know what? Let's dive right into it, man. Let's get it out the way. The slap seen around the world. Gene, first of all, did you see it or did you catch it on replay?
I caught it on replay. I was flying in from Dublin.
Okay. You what?
And
You was flying in from where?
From Dublin, Ireland.
Okay.
Yeah, Dublin is the capital of Ireland.
Okay.
Ireland is in the UK.
Okay.
I ain't know how far I need to go, nigga.
Did you catch all that?
Why? Because Dublin it ain't move you when I said Dublin.
No. I didn't hear what you said the first time. That's why. But go ahead. You say so you caught it on replay. What was your thoughts? I
caught it on replay. You know what? Let the fellas go first. Let the set your show up. I want to hear your take on it, and I'll jump in with my opinion.
Okay, Devin, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Well, I mean, first of all, you don't do nothing. Chris Rock did absolutely nothing, so you're gonna be talked about for a while. I mean, I know you were on a certain level of your career where you one of the legends, but this gonna be hard to come from. Hey, it's gonna be hard to come back from, man. The man slapped you, didn't even turn around to check to see if he was coming behind him. He just open palm slapped you and hit the blazer and kept it moving. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And then the man yells, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," and you said, "I will." It's crazy. Now, the backstory behind it is a lot. There's a lot more to it. I think they have a lot of history. The reason why Chris Rock keeps coming at the sister, but Jada. But I mean, at the end of the day, don't matter why the man slapped you on national television and you did Nathan. It's crazy.
Keno. Man. So when I saw it, I was like, at first, I thought it was staged. Then I watched it like a couple more times, and I was like, man, maybe this is in fact somewhat real. But as Will Smith, a fellow man of comedy, right? You already know the game, bro. Like you got to be able to take whatever you give. And funny enough, this man, I think he dealt with so much pressure and so much people laughing at him. Like he got homies calling him saying, "Yo, what's up, man? Like, what's going on with your wife? Like, you lost your manhood. Like, what's going on?" You got August. Like, I guess he got to a point where he was just fed up with all these August jokes and everybody taking jabs at his wife, and she kind of gave him that look like when you gonna do something about it? Like now is the time. I mean, should he have defended his wife? Yeah, I think it was the wrong platform, wrong time for him to do that. I mean, eventually, I think if it wasn't Chris, it would have been somebody eventually. Because a lot of people saying if he was a gangster or if he was this, if it was The Rock, you know what I mean? He wouldn't have done anything. I just felt like this man was at his breaking point, and somebody was gonna get it eventually, because he already trying to he spent his whole life pretty much trying to impress his wife, because you know he lived in pretty much Tupac's shadow. So he's just trying to prove something that he's not. Like he's trying to live up to make his spot number one, and he always be number two in her book. So I mean, it was coming eventually. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but so to your
Maybe
point,
it's the Henny talking. I don't know.
but
That Henny got an accent there.
yeah. Listen.
Henny
So when I
on the rock.
first saw it, right? To Kino's point, I thought it was stage two. Like I because if you saw the look that Lupita Nyong'o had on her face, that's kind of how I was looking at the television. Like, what just happened? Like, did this really just happen at the Oscars? Because I've never seen anything like that. I mean, you've heard stories about stuff jumping off or whatever backstage at an award show, but the Oscars is supposed to be the upper echelons of award shows. Everybody got on their Sunday's best, and you know, when Will walked up on stage, I'm like, okay, this is probably something rehearsed. And because there's a slight glitch, if you really look at the video, there's just like a slight glitch. I'm like, okay, so it probably was staged. Then when they cut to him saying, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," and you see the look on Lupita's face, I'm like, this shit might be for real, right? And then you heard Denzel and all them trying to calm him down. And I'm like, okay, what is the backstory? Because I didn't see nothing wrong with the joke personally. Me personally, I didn't see nothing wrong with the joke. But
That's
like,
the thing right there. That's what
that?
when I landed, I was getting the feeds, and I saw this shit, but I didn't see Chris Rock's part. I only saw when Will got up, slapped, sat down, was talking his talk, right? At first, going through customs, I felt proud. I was like, yo, Will, like, yo, you stood up for your lady like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt proud, like, yo, my dude, like, you letting the world know, like, look, I got balls. Like, you're not gonna be just talking about my wife all crazy, right? And I was defending them to somebody else that was calling me, asking my opinion on it. And then I got home, I left. No. Now I'm driving home, right? After I left the airport. And I'm in my car, and then I had this other epiphany. I'm like, yo, that might have been the dumbest shit you ever did. Like, I straight up had a flip. Like, I think that was stupid. Because then I said, all right, let me give both sides the benefit of the doubt. So I went and listened to the joke. And the dude said, Jada, he said, good to see you in G.I. Jane.
No, he
Which
said,
meant,
Jada, I love you. Can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2.
Yes. Jada, I love you. I can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2, which was a reference to her bald head.
Yeah.
It wasn't a diss. It wasn't dissing G.I. Jane. It just was saying y'all both got the same barber.
Yeah.
That's it. So now I'm going back to thinking of why Will, and then you watch Will laughing.
Yeah.
Camera shows that disdain on Jada's face, and now you got so much passion off of that line to make you in the middle of fucking Oscars.
Yeah.
And slap dude like. So then it convinced me that it was way more than that comment. His comment wasn't bad at all, and I'm not that comedian that I don't just say any old loose shit because anybody sitting in that audience got all rights to bum rush me if I hit a nerve, right? Even and I know I disagree with a lot of people saying that because we comics we can say whatever. Nah, you can't say whatever.
Okay, so you're going right into my first question for you. Given that we clearly know that Chris Rock was, cracking a joke because that's what he does. That's what comedians do. They try to make the darkest moments into a comedic moment. Is there ever a moment where comedians can go too far?
100%. 100%. Look at homeboy from Seinfeld, Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
He was on, there was black people in the audience, and he kept saying nigga, but saying it like they was getting up, and he was just throwing it at him. And he was just saying one word. And and you ain't seen him on the show since.
Wow.
Because he went.
I remember that.
He went too far. Or at least he went too far for the people that it mattered to.
So because we live in a very sensitive world now. Like you can't really say much without somebody taking it the wrong way or getting in their feelings. So before we proceed, again, to let everybody know, Gene is an up and coming comedian, doing his thing, has done a lot of what do they call them? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. What
shows?
Not even shows. When you go to the rum is kicking in.
Man, listen, I got you, my brother. Go ahead and take a sip.
My
dog's been everywhere.
You keep calling that rum.
Yeah, keep sipping on that rum. Take a sip. It's okay.
That ain't nothing but eggnog light.
Yeah, bro.
It's already hitting.
For lack of a better word, when you've done a lot of shows, and we're gonna get into things that you got coming up so people can support you. But again, when a comedian goes too far, how do you recover from that?
So there's a catch with me, man. Like I don't go too far, but then that puts me at a disadvantage because then like it could seem like I ain't do enough with that joke or with that topic or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've gone too far, man. Like I said some things. Man.
You want to give an example?
Man, reminiscing right now. God damn.
I was doing a show. I was doing a roast for a celebrity, and we was up on the panel at Hard Rock Live, and I don't even know if I should say my man's foundation because it might be a good plug.
Nah,
but
keep
anyway,
names out of it. Keep names.
Yeah. I bet. Anyway, that being said, we up on stage. We doing our roast. Everybody's going up. I went up last. No, I went up second to last, and then the celebrity he went up to do his rebuttal, right? Mm-hmm. But when I was up there, I said one of the dudes that was on the panel was a friend of mine from before the panel. Everybody else I just met that night. He was the one dude I met before. And I said, yo, shout out to my boy that's here, known him for a while. Me and him used to sit in my car back in the day and just smoke weed all night. He is the only Jew I know that ain't afraid to hotbox. I'll wait till y'all get that. Hey, yo, when I tell you,
I'm sweating for you, but I know them lights got hot.
Yo, now hold on. People was dying because it's a roast, so they was talking greasy because they know each other. Right. So they was going in on each other, like, and I'm watching it. The crowd is laughing. My joke was the best joke of the night, but they had to cut it out. Like when they aired it, they cut it all out.
Oh, fact.
Because I thought it was hilarious, but this one lady did not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
that community coming for you, baby.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Okay. Yeah. I just listen. Will never never live this down.
You think it's
Like,
a possibility that Chris Rock might forgive him?
I'm sure he did already.
Yeah, I heard they chopped it up. I heard they chopped it up backstage, and they cleared the air, and with not pressing charges. That's the rumor. I don't know.
No. I think I think they clean it up. I think they're good. But I put everything on it. Chris' next special, Netflix better get on him right now, because this shit is about to be fire. So it was probably already going to be nice, but
before we go ahead, I just want to let y'all know. Actually, I don't know if y'all know or not, but Chris Rock actually did release a statement talking about the situation. So, and I'm gonna read it. Quote: "As a comedian, it can be difficult to understand which lines are to be crossed and which ones aren't. Last night, I crossed a line that should not have been, and paid an enormous price of my reputation as a renowned comedian. Comedy is never about poking fun at or making light of people with major ordeals happening in their lives. Comedy is about using real life circumstances to create laughter and bring light, excuse me, to an otherwise dark world. With that said, I sincerely apologize to my friends Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and the rest of the Smith family for the disrespect and disregard I displayed, with which was unfortunately broadcast for the world to see. I hope that with time, forgiveness can come from this situation and we can all be better, more considerate people in the end." End quote.
Damn.
Yeah. Now I'm not I think once tempers had a chance to calm down and emotions were out of it, everybody kind of saw where they probably could have done something differently. But again, me personally, I personally didn't see anything wrong with the joke. So,
hey, Dev, to your point, I thought about that too. And everybody's talking about what they would have done in that situation. But real talk, that was the most noble shit that could have been done. Because there's no what's a brawl on that stage gonna do? Two black men already getting heat at the Oscars for either not being included for a few years or being snubbed on a couple of years, or taking Kevin Hart off for his opinion or his joke. So there's a lot, there's a lot with that. People boycotting it years ago, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Chris, at first when I respected what Will did, naively, this is me, this is just my mental process. I ain't saying anybody else is right or wrong. I just know that at first I thought it was a dope idea. He went up there and clocked him. But then I was like, nah, that shit is not. And Chris handled it. Because now, Will can't ever take that away.
No, I can't come back from it.
I don't know about come back from it. Because the world is split though with how they feel about it.
That's true. That's true. And you know how we are here in the States. We soon to forget. A couple months go by, we forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because something else is gonna happen, and then that's gonna be the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
But I mean, it don't matter. Will is still, if you bring up Will Smith, it's always going to be tattooed on him. The slap forever. No matter that he won the Oscar, he's going to be tattooed with this forever.
Yeah. Keno, I know you had a question. You go ahead and jump in there.
Hey, Gene.
Yo.
I'm a delve in and get a little personal. Been doing this thing for a while. So I want to know, like, if you had a situation where, like, the crowd, they weren't real feeling you. They weren't really laughing at your jokes and all that stuff. Hear me out. I know you're saying, like, probably saying, like, that ain't gonna happen. But, like, what you end up doing? Like, did you end up leaving the show, like, walking off, like, trying to recover? Like, how'd that go? Tell me about
it. It never happened.
You never bombed the show, Gene? You never?
Nah, you sound crazy. I have bombed many times. I bombed with grace. One time I did a show when I had first started, like maybe like within the first few months. I did a show, and my first show was at the Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale, the old one, right?
Mhm.
And I was doing great doing these open mics. It was just a dope experience, and I was good. And then my man was like, "Yo, Gene, come up and do this show for me. Open up for Donnell Rawlings." And I said, "Bet." And so I go up to Harlem, and it's in like it's like a inside of like a building, set up like a club. DJs upstairs. It was dark. It was like it looked like you remember when people used to freestyle battle.
Yeah.
They used to be like in dark basements and just a bunch of niggas just going back and forth. It looked like that. It was dope though. But anyway, I went on that stage with the same set, the same jokes I just did a couple of days ago in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And them niggas up in Harlem was like, if you don't get that shit out of here. Yo, when I tell you it was crickets. Crickets. But so in my brain, I don't know how to compute loss. Like I won't give up on something because I just don't know that I'm losing or that I lost. I just keep, right? You know what I mean? So in my brain, I didn't really absorb the fact that I just ate a dick on stage, right? So the other comedian went up after me, he murdered it, and then Donnell Rawlings came and he destroyed it, right?
Gene, what you say you ate?
That's why we don't do it. Just so you know, Kino, it's a comedy thing. That's why we don't do it. Because nobody ever wants to eat a dick. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. You're a good student.
I was waiting on that.
Nah.
Hey, I seen his face. I knew it was coming.
Nah, that's what you say when if somebody get on stage and eat garbage. Oh, that nigga ate a dick.
I ate garbage. I ate garbage.
And then nobody want to do that.
Yeah.
So you don't bomb.
Oh boy. But so to add on to Keno's question, right? I know I'm a huge fan of Kevin Hart, right? And I know one time he was doing he's been very open about one of the worst moments of his career when he was coming up. He said he was doing a show and he was bombing, like nobody's laughing.
Eating a dick, right, Keno?
Nah, nobody. So he said he was struggling.
Kevin Hart was eating a dick.
And some dude in the crowd just got up and was like, "Oh my God, this is horrible," and threw a chicken wing at him. Right in the face. So he said,
hold on, son. How did chicken hit him?
Right in the face. Bye. Right in the face. So he said, as a man, your pride kick in. He was like, "Man, who threw that?" And he said some dude stood up. It was big. So he was like, "All right, Kevin Hart, thank you." And walked off the stage.
Yeah.
He saw the size of the dude. It was like, "That's my time, y'all."
Right.
And walked off the stage. So with that being said, have you ever been heckled? And if so, how did you handle it?
I've been heckled mad times. Like, I mean, almost all the time. Like, I get heckled, right? But sometimes the heckling is coming from a good place. Somebody's trying to they agree with what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So they say some shit back at you, but it's just not timely. So that's why we call it heckling still. But there was one time I was doing a show and I was trash. It was in South Carolina. I was trash. It wasn't working. My shit was not working. My jokes wasn't working. All black crowd. And then this girl said something. Now this white girl is just snapping on me. And the crowd is dying laughing at her. Because she's sitting in the crowd just jonesing on me. Well, look at that jacket. Who wears that? Like, just going in on me, right?
Right.
And I'm sweating. Because I'm like, oh man, I'm like, she's killing me right now. I'm trying to fight for myself. And I said, yo, I said something like, why don't you just flash like you came here to do and let everybody just be at peace or whatever I said. And she looked at me like, ain't nothing. Ring.
Oh,
Oh my God. Standing ovation, crowd going crazy. I was like, yo, you know what? That's my time, folks, man. Let me get out of here. I don't need to be competing with this right now.
Yeah, you lost
yeah, you
that
can't
competition.
hey, you can't compete with no titties. I'm sorry.
Nah, she called my bluff. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, just you came here to show your titties, just do that and like whatever. She just said, what?
Wow.
I gave it, and then I started giving pounds to all the dudes that was around in the front row. And I'm like, yo, let me get out of here. I'm out.
Wow.
Dang.
Devin, you want to
No,
jump in?
I was gonna ask. Now I've been to many of Gene shows. You know, I'm a big fan. You know, that's my guy. So I know his body of work. I know how he moved. You know what I mean? Pause. I saw Keno's face. I saw it.
Bruh.
Hey,
Time out, bro. Like,
You say
you know that man body? What you said,
his body works? Is that what you said?
Hey man, everybody slow down, man.
You know how you move?
Wherever this is going, man, everybody just get back on track.
Hey, anyway, so I know my dude is good on the.
Oh, there you go.
With that being said, is there any unspoken rules in a comedy game where you man, y'all I'm over here trying to give my props to my boy. I should have just asked my question, man. Any unwritten, unspoken rules in the comedy game? To the hell with y'all, man.
I don't know about. I mean, everybody got their own set of rules, I guess. You know, like I know for me, even if I'm snapping on you, right? I want it to be funny enough to make you laugh. I don't want to just make you mad. Anybody, not a comedian, could say some shit that'll make you mad. Chris Rock said some shit that apparently made Will mad. So anybody could say something. Words have started wars, right? So there are things people could say. I don't care if you're a comedian or not. You could say some shit that's gonna make somebody like money. Meet me outside. So I think outside of Will having some kind of spastic moment where he just lost it, right? Because what Chris said wasn't enough to make you so passionate that you bum rush the stage. I gotta smack this dude because that line about G.I. Jane. Nah, that looked like it was just a world of shit. He doesn't watch memes. He on social media hard. He's seeing what they saying. People been telling him for the past 2 years. Nobody even used the word entanglement no more. We don't even use that word no more because Jada stole it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he had to hear that, and it just looked like he just couldn't take it no more. That's what it is, and I feel bad because he ain't get himself together enough to be like, yo, if I feel like it was that much of a problem, let me talk to you outside. Let me get this award real quick, and I'll meet you outside in the parking lot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, well, what if, all right, say I'm a comedian, right? And you go up before me, and then I come on there and I just start cracking jokes on Gene Hardy that was just on the stage. Is that something is that a do or don't? Is that cool? Like,
nah, I forgot that's one of those rules.
Okay, I figured that.
Like that's one of those rules. That's happened to me a couple of times. Like, I'll do my set, and then the host will. Nah, I did a show in LA, and I was doing my jokes. I was talking about how I got confused when I was in Europe because we ain't learned the metric system over here. So when I met this girl, right, on her profile picture, I think it was on Tinder, whatever. On her profile picture, it says she was 120 kilos, right?
Shit.
So I didn't know that. I didn't know what that was. This is real shit, right? I didn't know But I don't know. It sounded it just sounded like what at best with the ratio it might be 155, 160. I don't know. I don't do the conversions. I ain't learned that in school. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the broad was 264 pounds.
What time you leave?
God damn.
I stayed and chill, but what I'm saying is I just didn't know about it. Right? And seconds. So I was talking about that.
All right, we're back. We had to pay some bills. Our internet got interrupted, but we're back. We're back with Gene Harden. We're gonna pick up where we left off at. Gene, you was telling us a story how you met a healthy woman off Tinder, and you said she was like 264.
264, right? And I was just telling my story on the stage. The comedian that was following me was a beautiful, beautiful woman. She was a big girl, right? And this young lady spent the next 15 minutes lighting my ass up. Like, had the crowd dying. She was just getting on me about everything I said. So yeah, but now we made up afterwards, but like if it was a dude, I probably would have beef. You know what I mean? Like you go so hard and I don't got a chance to give my turn back.
Right. So as a comedian, right? How hard is it to create original content?
I don't find it hard though, man. The original content is, for one, it's always there, right? Like there's shit that happens to me personally or everybody happens personally that ain't gonna happen to nobody else. No matter, even if the same situation happened to you, it ain't the same situation. Mm-hmm. So you just gotta find a unique way of telling your version of the story. We all sex, marriage, relationship. We all got that in common, but how it applies to you personally is what makes it original. And then if you can make that shit funny, you know.
Is there anything you stay away from? Any particular topic?
Politics.
So you don't make no political jokes.
I don't talk about. That's not my thing. First of all, I don't even watch the news like that because I don't let it bring my day down. Mm-hmm. Somehow, like pertinent information comes to me. So like I knew what they was talking about when Corona hit, but I wasn't watching CNN all the time, like or Fox or whatever, trying to get I just don't. I turn off that shit. So, but I there's a lot of shit that you can write down that's funny as fuck. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that you can talk about. It's just something matter. Like if you listen to some of the great ones, all they do is tell a story that you probably experienced already, and they tell it their way and they make it funny. You know what I mean?
So how transparent are you with your life stories?
I ain't that transparent. Like, Nah, you know what it is though? Because the best ones become transparent. You know what I mean? So like, I talk a lot about my life, but I don't really go deep because I just don't like people being in my business. Just never like that. You know what I mean? Okay. But the great ones though, they either get real deep in their personal shit or they make it up.
Right.
Yeah, with that being said, there's always one story that I heard from Richard that not from him personally, but I've heard that he spoke about very openly, and he was it's when he performed fellatio on somebody. On a man. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but they say he spoke about it openly. But I guess he was on drugs at the time, but I always question when comedians tell certain jokes, is it something that's real or they're just making stuff up?
I never made up a story like that in my life. So
But you know the story, right? You've heard it before?
I guess,
Okay.
I
No, I'm
guess.
saying you've heard people talk about him speaking about that.
No, I just heard people just talking about it.
Okay.
I don't know if they necessarily saying that they heard it from he said it on stage or whatever. I don't know much about the story, but
Okay.
I didn't. I heard it. Ah, man, I read somebody's book that says some shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I read somebody's book. Very close friend of Richard Pryor's, and it said some shit, and I was like, oh,
Okay. Keynote.
yeah,
Hey, yeah, Gene.
yo,
Remember you said that you've been echoed a few times and roasted. It's a two-part. Ever made you like thought about like giving up, or and if not, like what's like your motivation? Like what's your like what gets you going so you can do comedy?
uh, I like I like knowing that uh somebody that don't know me might enjoy my show. Like I get high off that. You know what I'm saying? I like knowing that, and it's just like it's like when you spit in game, you know what I mean? Like you say something, however it works, however you do it, and it connects, and the girl is down, and you get a number, or you're going to date or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You feel good. You know what I mean? Like it just feels good knowing that, like out of nowhere, I just made somebody's day, made them laugh. So I feel good over that. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not on some class clown shit. I don't have to be the star. But like if I'm sitting chilling and I think something brilliant comes in my head and I say it fast, I like the response when I hit people with something that happened quick on that and that happened, you know, nice little jab. I don't know. I just like that shit. I like doing this shit.
Like you said, has there ever been a moment where you wanted to throw in the towel and say, "Nah, this ain't for me. I can't do this anymore"?
Yeah, yeah. That those times, like, and I had a comfortable job for the past 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew like when shit got whacked on the road, I could just go back, pick up hours. And I did that for a long time. I was getting too comfortable. You know what I mean? And so it's not that I was 100% quitting the game, but I wasn't putting forth the effort to go take it further. So all I had was two jobs, and I wasn't really excelling at either of them.
That's
So
that's what I was going to ask you, Gene. I was going to ask you, how lucrative is the business? You know, how is the business? At what level do you really start seeing real money out of the business? I mean, I know y'all do it for the love and passion, and some might just do it, for the bread. But how lucrative is it?
you could tell the difference. You could tell by nah, that's not necessarily true. I was gonna say you could tell who's making it by, but that's not true because there are a lot of comedians that you have no idea about. They're millionaires. You
Mm,
got some
sure.
comedians that are straight road dogs. All they want to do is just hit the road. They don't care about TV. They don't care about it. They get on a bus. They hit colleges. You got dudes that's really making guap, and they just at these spots going cross country, RV, and they got
Mhm.
shows booked. So some people don't care about um, the fame of it, but make a very good living just doing that.
Mm.
Um,
What
and
what
then
what's your? I'm sorry. Go ahead. But
look at it.
what? So with that being said, what's your level of success? How when do you feel like, or when would you feel like I've arrived? Is it when you get a Netflix special, or when you selling out
Yo,
arenas,
I'm
or
I'm I'm probably gonna say that I'm probably never gonna feel like that. Like I'm
dope?
I'm never gonna feel like I made it because I'm doing I'm doing way better for myself now than I was 10 years ago. Where I'm at now would look like I made it to the person 10 years ago. but I know I have it. So I know I still got more. There's more that I want to do, and it's gonna seem like there's always gonna be more that we want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you get that first mill or you get that first house, I mean, you're gonna be grateful. You're gonna be grateful that you got it, but I don't just put my feet up and be like, all right, I can stop now. You know what I mean? Look at Kevin Hart. He a best example. He could really just quit right now.
Yeah.
But there's still more he got to do.
Yeah. What brought you to comedy? Like, when did you know comedy was for you? Or did comedy choose you?
I was about 2 or 3 years old, and I don't know, man. I was always funny. I always thought I was funny. I used to make myself laugh a lot, and I saw people laughing around me. But I didn't start comedy till I was well in my 30s. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to do it, and more importantly, I think I was just chicken. Like, straight talk. Like, I used to write down my jokes. I might have told it to a couple people, but I was never, I remember the first time when I first moved down to South Florida, and I was looking up open mics, and I called this dude who was running the open mics at the old Hard Rock. And I was like, yo, man, my name is Gene Harden. I'm about to be the next big thing.
That's what
I
you
got
told
these
him?
jokes. This is what I'm talking. This is how I'm talking on the phone.
Right.
I mean, I got these jokes, and at that time, Barack was running against Hillary for the presidency, for the Democratic nomination. Okay. Right? That's how long ago it was. And I wrote these jokes about these debates was boring. They should start making these contests between contenders or presidential candidates. They should have a dance battle, right? And I was talking about how, like, I was just talking about how, like, Barack should battle Hillary, and we already know who's gonna win. Anyway, I had that going on, right? And I straight forgot why I was telling you that story.
Well,
what, bro?
What? There it is.
You talking about what? How you ended up in comedy?
What you drinking again? You drinking something?
I ain't drinking nothing, homeboy.
That's a damn shame. Because everybody else is.
Right. At least I have an excuse.
Because y'all have
excuses, yeah.
Homeboy. But y'all, you see, that's all y'all could do. I got better stuff to do.
Oh,
okay.
No, but we talk about how you ended up in comedy.
And that's probably what's fucking me up right now.
What brought you to comedy? You started telling the story.
Here we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yo, you ever be listening to somebody, like, because I be honest about it, but you ever be listening to somebody and a lot of what they say ain't really making sense? And like you see the conversation, you understand his words, but you like, this nigga is really
yeah, it was like day. 5 minutes ago.
Every
yo.
Day. Nah, but what brought you to the comedy world, man?
Nah, I finally I just thought, so right. Back to me calling that dude and saying I'm about to be the next big thing, right? The dude said, yo, relax. You're not gonna be that, like, off the bat. You gotta put some time. And I'm like, nah, I got these jokes. Chill. Like, I got these jokes. He's like, nah, it don't work like that. So I'm like, yo, you hating. And I hung up the phone, right? And I ain't call that nigga back for like 6 months.
Oh man.
I got shook. Because I acted confident on the phone. But I was like, maybe he right. But I was like, you hated. Quick. So yeah.
Oh man.
There was times that I just thought that, I don't know, man. But the dreams be changed though, man. Like what's your dreams? What y'all got planned? I want to hear sometimes other people's take on goals and shit.
Yeah,
well, I mean, if this stripping don't work out for me, because I'm getting older, I got to come off this this poll sometime,
What?
and I'm
What
hoping
trip you
that
going on? What trip?
huh?
What trip you say you were taking?
That man say strip. That man say nothing about no
Stripping.
trip.
Yeah, yeah. Showing my neck.
Keno, don't act like you ain't hear what he said, son.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah. Don't up there. And
It's like boom, bang.
yeah.
Hey, hold on. We already got
Take
blocked
these
once, brother.
dollars from these women, man.
I ain't finish it. I ain't finish it. I didn't finish it.
We don't need that community coming after us. We already got blocked once.
Yeah, we on thin ice right now.
Exactly.
Y'all got blocked though.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened?
So when we started the podcast, and
Tread lightly.
yeah, it was due to
We cool. Let's not. We talk about it another time.
no, it's cool. It was due to our negligence, but I didn't know when you post a video and they censor it, they take it down. That's a strike. That was me not reading the information, the fine prints. That was my fault. But posted a video. We spoke about the mask mandate getting extended, and Keno and I both said some things that they felt like it was medical misinformation that we were putting. Because I said what I said. I'm not gonna say it again. I said what I said, and they felt like it was medical misinformation about what we spoke about with the mask. So I didn't know that's what they took it down for. So when I edited the video, I reposted it again because we had spoke about something else that I thought that's what they took it down for. Posted it again, they took it down again. So that was strike 2. So when I found out, took the whole thing out, reposted the video, but now the strike doesn't fall off until June 15th, I think. So
y'all on thin ice right now?
Pretty much.
Damn, bro.
And y'all got me
Right
on
out the
this
gate.
episode?
Right out the gate. Now, well, we ain't really say nothing. You ain't say nothing that should
Give me 2
put us
seconds.
in hot water. No, because you start and the call gonna end abruptly. Exactly. I mean, but to answer your question, as far as the dreams, like, I'm into acting. One of the things that I want us to build this podcast to get on a level where it influences the culture, and I wanted to get the right group of guys around me. That acting, I'm big on philanthropy work. I like to give back and try to touch as many lives as I possibly can. So I'm just like you. I'm a big dreamer. They're just trying to do everything strategically to make sure it all makes sense.
Have you finished sipping, Keno?
Me, I'm just working on becoming Damien's manager. That's pretty much it. No, but I'm pretty big on real estate. Hopefully, that's something I can venture into. So that's like one of my biggest goals right now.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
You got properties now?
Man, Fed's listening.
Say less.
Yo, so my last question for you, Gene, is what's next for Gene Hart? Any shows coming up that you want the fans to look out for?
So I just performed in Ireland 2 days ago, and I'm about to try to start a Europe tour.
That's what's up.
Cause I fly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I got some shows. I go to Indiana this weekend. I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I'm getting back on the horse. Like I took a little break, you know what I mean? I had real things going on in my life, and now like I got a new charge, you know what I mean? I got a new charge. Like leaving that job I had for so long, like, there's more of an urgency. I ain't had that urgency for a long time. You know what I mean? It kind of died because I got cozy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
have you ever?
What's up?
Last question for real. How hard is it to make someone laugh? Like people pay their good money to come and sit, especially right in the front row, and they sit there and look at you. The lights are on. It gets a little hot. How hard is it to really put a joke together? Because, and I'll tell you why I ask. Because a lot of times you'll be doing something, and your friends or family or whoever that you grew up with will see you, and they feel like, well, because they know you, they can do the same things that you did, and they don't really understand the dynamics that it take go into making a show, making someone laugh for 10, 15, however long your set is.
Yeah.
Right. So how hard is it to really get up there and make someone laugh?
That shit is hard as hell.
But
That
that's what
shit
I'm
is
saying. I
hard as
don't think
hell.
people
But
really realize that, because everybody think they
nah,
could be a comedian.
yo, homie, everybody realized that. That's why they say it's the, if not the number one biggest fear in the world, to get up in front of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people
Yeah.
really have that fear. And so
Yeah.
then to get up in front of people and then be burdened with making them laugh, that shit is hard. That shit is hard. But then again, let me bring it down a little bit. It ain't necessarily hard if you good. Like if you know, there's just some people like you just laugh at. Sometimes it's just from looking at them. It's just from knowing what they might say. You know, it's just like that. Like it ain't that hard, but it's hard to make a craft out of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I know I'm getting paid to get on the stage, to make these people. I remember one time I did a show for the Black Dental Association. I think it was just a group of black people in the dental industry. Whether they worked at a hospital, had their own practice, and the show was just a big convention. But they just really came there to party. They didn't give a damn about what I had to say. And I got on that stage and just, crickets. Crickets. They were just like, yo, money, and that's when I remember, yo, this shit is hard because they knew there was a comedy show happening, but it was my job to make all these people laugh, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Well, I will ask you this. You see a lot of comedians, they venturing out to social media. They not on the traditional on stage platforms and getting their name out there and blowing up that way. They doing skits on social media, comedy skits, and shout out to Just Hilarious, Country Wayne, and Tony Skits, and all of those guys that are really out here getting it on social media and using that as a platform and possibly springboarding into Hollywood that way. What's your take on that, or what like is that the new wave? You think that's the new wave to go?
No question. No question about it. I've been slow on jumping on that wave because again, I like to keep my life separate from the masses. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I move. But eventually, if I want to make my strides, I got to get on that tip. So I've been doing it slowly. You know what I'm saying? I hate social media.
Brother, you and me both.
Like I low key hate it.
Y'all both gotta get on the tip.
I'm gonna let that one slide.
What?
I can't.
How many we gonna let, son? How many chances we gonna give them?
Oh boy.
You said it. He jumped on it with you. So y'all
I
both
said social media.
honestly,
I responded to the social media comment.
Oh,
That's what I hate.
What he talking about?
You said getting on the tip. You just-
Oh, and y'all talking about dicks? Because that's not what I was talking about at all. Hey, yo, so what kind of podcast is this?
hey man, you good, man. You good.
Hey, yo.
We knew what you meant. We knew what you meant.
Yo, listen. One thing about you got to be careful with your words, brother. They can get flipped on you fast.
Please,
you know I'm Jamaican. We don't play that, bro.
ain't nobody playing no games. Ain't nobody.
Oh man. Hey G, listen, brother. We appreciate you joining us today, man. This was a
Word.
great conversation, man. We wish you all the best in anything that you do, brother. You gotta let us know when you having your next improv show. Improv, that's the damn word I was trying to get out earlier.
I'll be damned.
Improv. That's the damn word I was trying to get at. When your next show coming up, so we can come support you, brother. But
Yeah, I think I'm in Fort Lauderdale at this spot called Art Swerve on May 17th. So that's the closest one in Broward I might get some more, but just that's the only one I know of now.
Say
Gene,
less.
do you have your
Hey,
own?
let them know, your question, you post like your events on your social media page?
Yeah, yeah.
What you got going next? If so, let them
Yeah.
know where they can follow you, bro.
You can find me on Instagram at Gene Harding. It's at GENE Harding, HARDING. I'll be having to spell it because y'all got me.
No, hooked on phonics. We get it.
Nah, it ain't
There's
even
some
hooked on
people-
phonics. Y'all, every black dude come down here automatically becomes Haitian. And that's just not the case here. It's not Jean.
Oh, you ain't JEAAN?
Nah, yeah, it's not Jean.
Uh-oh.
They keep confusing me with Devin, but like I'm not Haitian.
Uh-oh.
It's Gene, GENE.
Devin, you was gonna ask something?
No, I was gonna say the same thing Keno was saying, but he beat me to it. If he had a web page, everybody can go check out, or if it's a separate page, or we can go check out the up and coming events, maybe in their local town.
Yeah, GeneHardingNow.com. And then I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, thank you for reminding me. So I can go update that joint today.
Mm-hmm.
But
Once again, man,
Instagram and social media is how I usually post my shit. So,
hey, brother. Once again, man, we appreciate having you, bro. It was a funny show, which we knew it would be. So when your show for May 17th comes close again, we got to get you back on the show just to remind everybody.
Dev be there, so yeah, y'all got to show up. Dev be he pulls up.
Yeah, I pull
my
up.
issue is my issue is always my start time for my job, but we'll work around that.
Okay.
Y'all gonna end this session without a dad joke, bro? Like
go ahead, bro.
So before you go, Gene, we always gotta let this man get his dad jokes out. So what you got for us this week, Keno?
I ain't nothing crazy, but I just got a simple question. So when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes a parent.
Wait, you cut out what?
When it becomes apparent.
What?
Say it over because your Comcast.
I got it. No. We got it. Don't say it over.
There you go. There you
He froze.
Hey, Gene, repeat it so they can hear. Repeat it so they can hear.
I wish the fuck I would.
He gonna slap himself. That boy's got me sweating. Go ahead. Repeat it, Keno. Go ahead. Go ahead. You froze. Repeat it. Because I didn't know.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
We're the Lyonz Den. Good night. That's all I got to say. Good night.
Hey, yo, listen. Low key though, it wasn't a bad joke though.
Don't encourage it. See, this is what I'm doing. The foolishness that people encourage it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Don't encourage it.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, we're the Lyonz Den.